live market profile and order flow trade analysis. So before I share today's analysis, I would just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade-related activities. So let me just quickly share my screen and the auction has already started. Sorry, I was having some internet issues. So let me just quickly share my screen and right now what we are seeing is the market has opened with a gap up. This is where sellers are present and let me just maximize this window and we will see now what are the references which we need to look at. So right now we are okay, so I don't have data from June onwards. I think let me bring in the daily chart. That will provide us some clarity. So from the daily chart, the market is just open, and from the daily chart, so this is a major reference. This was the high. This was on 31st of August. This is where a lot of stop losses were hit. Stop hunting activity is currently going on. So this reference is 11810. Okay, so this is that reference line. Now the references which I'll be monitoring is the yesterday's high. I'll remove this reference. There is a weaker reference here. If you see here, this is a weak reference. I'll remove this, and this is the single print, also the half pack, and also the the high of yesterday. Okay. So overall, auction is opened with a good gap up. Auction is trying to go higher. Uh, Let me see if there are any HVNs. There aren't any HVNs, and overall, the auction is coming up with good positive momentum. Sorry. So 7,000 contracts already traded, pretty good volume in the first 5-minute candle. We are still 1 minute to go. So what I'm expecting is, see some sort of exhaustion here, and if it goes below this particular reference, odds are high that we should see continuation to the lower side. Okay, and maybe tag this particular weaker reference. So this is the only trade plan which I'm having for today, and let me also unsplit this to show you the weaker reference. So the reason why I've mentioned this as a weaker reference is if you see the low or where the buyers came in, they came exactly around the half back, and also this is the value area low, and so this is a weaker reference. Apart from that, there aren't any weaknesses which are being seen. So let me now split this, unsplit and split this. So now auction is already started. So I'm expecting sellers to step in. Auction has already started to just and this is where maximum sellers are present. 11,830.95. No, sorry, 11,839.95. Let me add the data points. Okay, so it is clearly look above the balance and continue, and this is the balance high. Okay, so first 5-minute auction is closed. 11,000 contracts traded. So today we need to see continuation. So there should be continuation to the upside because pretty good volume traded. If you see the overall delta is positive, but now delta is slightly reducing, so buyers will be getting exhausted. And let me just jump to the daily chart. So if you see, if you see this reference, this is where maximum sellers are present, and we also have got one more gap. So this is that gap. Let me draw that gap. Some issue. Okay. Let me delete this, but I think let me use the marker tool. So this is that gap, which is there. This is the high. Currently, the auction is open around the high, and it looks like we might see continuation to the upside. And this entire zone is a seller's territory. So let's see whether sellers step in or whether we see some sort of exhaustion. Second thing to note, which the reason why I'm looking to short the trades is, so if you look at the volume, if you look at this, if you look at the volume since last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and you look at the price action, so the auction is just one time framing higher. There are a lot of anomalies and the volumes are now decreasing. So that's why, this is giving me a hint that this buying is either forced buying or, we stop hunting activity buying, but not major volumes are not supporting the price rising above. So that's why I'm not looking to take any long positions. I'm looking to take a short position. Okay. So again, we are seeing continuation to the higher side, upper side. So delta is turning positive, 11,600. So this should be around 6,000, 5 to 6,000 is the volume which I'm expecting. Overall, we are having a balanced profile. This is the zone where pretty good selling came in. Now again, sellers are trying to step in. Really good buying pressure. Sellers are getting exhausted. So buyers are stepping in. Delta is positive. So let the auction go higher. Let me just see the 31st of August. Yeah, so this was the high. And what is this reference? Okay, so I'm not getting the charts. Let me load the charts. Auction is still going higher. This is February. Okay. Mm, 120 days. 200 days. So still the push on the higher side is seen. Delta is positive. Cumulative delta is rising. It's a good sign. So let the auction go higher. Now I think the charts have been loaded. Till March. So some sort of exhaustion is seen. Let me jump to the VSA chart. It is giving signals, supply overcoming demand. Just keep this to 120. So if you see the volume 11,600, 4,900. Okay, I was expecting 5 to 6,000. So good volume. 3,000. So good volume. So good volume flow is there. So a lot of I think a lot of indicators will be giving a buy signal. So that's what many of them would be just buying, buying, buying. So so all the retail or all the trading money, they are just buying. So let the prices go higher, let the auction go higher. We just jump to the volume profile chart. This is also till so this is the balance high, and so right now this is the zone where so let me maximize that. Okay, so this is the zone. So this was the high. We have got one more gap here which has been filled, and there is one more gap here. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me mark this zone. let's see, let's measure. So if you see, the auction is halted around the VPOC. Excuse. Okay, so this is that particular profile. So if you see, this is the value area high, this is the VPOC, and I think this would be the value area low. Let me just remove this. Sorry, this is the value area low. Okay, so I'm just looking at the option is just halted around the VPOC, and if there is continuation from the buyers, it should tag the value area high, and this is somewhere where we can expect the sellers to step in. Second thing is, so let me just draw the gap. So we got one gap here, and this was the second gap which is already filled. Okay, so some sort of exhaustion seen, a sort of hammer pattern. Let me just look at the numbers. So 245 trapped buyers. Now sellers are trying to step in. 11,630 to 4,900 to 5,000. So good volume flow in the first three candles. Right now sellers are trying to step in. Overall delta is now going sideways. Okay, so the reference is this VPOC 841. So just wait for, sorry, 841 or 843. Just wait for the auction to go below this zone, and then we can try to see if the gap is filled today or not. So I think it's just a wait and watch mode. I know. So I am only prepared to take a short trade right now. I'm not seeing any short trade from the market open. I may get to trade today, I may not. So I'm okay with it, as long as I'm able to preserve and manage the risk. So that reference is 11,841. So I'll just mark this reference here. Okay. VSA is showing sellers are trying to get in, step in. Yeah, some sort of exhaustion seen. Against buyers are trying to take the auction higher. So today is also an expiry day. I completely forgot about it. So a lot of players, they would have anticipated to auction to go down, but it opened with a big gap up. So they would be just booking up their positions, their losses. Again, we are seeing continuation to the higher side. So now my focus shifts to, I'll just wait and watch what's happening, because now the overall range, it's not. So I'll break for this high to broke or this candle low to broke. Based on this, I'll be taking the trades. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share today. And with that, I would like to end this session. And let's catch up again tomorrow and see, how the auction develops. So take care, happy and safe trading, and bye for now.